Hi friends, strangers, internet. My name is EmilyHanhan. I love colorful makeup and colorful language. And we are back with another new makeup nonsense bingo. So, new makeup nonsense bingo is a video that I do about once a month in collaboration with my friend Theresa is Dead. I just recently realized that we've been doing this for almost a year now. Just rough estimate, probably closer to 10 months. And I just fucking love it every single time. So basically, what this video is about is both Theresa and I, we put together a list of new releases. And we go through that list with using a randomizer so that like we don't talk about the same things maybe or in the same order. And we have a bingo card. And the bingo card is full of silly, cliche, whatever makeup themes. Things like it's a ColourPop release. Things like neutral with a pop of blue. You get the picture. As we go through the products, we'll talk about, do we like it? Do we hate it? Do we want it? Do we not? We will see if it matches a spot on the bingo card. And if it does, we'll mark that spot. We'll also drink. Typically, we'll at least drink when we mark a spot on the card, but we're basically going to drink all the way through it. If you are a creator, I have the bingo cards linked down below along with the hashtags. Everyone is welcome to play. I also have a community playlist. You can play it in whatever way you want to, or you can just follow along at home, drink, or enjoy devil's lettuce, or whatever floats your boat. So today we have like 50 different things to talk about. I'm not saying I'm going to talk about all of them because when I hit bingo is usually when I'm done, but I'm going to show you the 50 things and then we're just going to get right into the process. Today I am drinking the Bosca, some sweet sparkling wine. I didn't mean for it to be so sweet, but it is, and that's what you do. That's what happens when you do online liquor delivery to your house. So I have most of that bottle in this cup. We're going to be partaking of the wine and shit talking makeup. And if you don't know who Theresa is, please go check out her channel and her video. You should watch it anyway. You probably watched it before you watched mine. That's all good. But if you didn't, please go check out her channel. And yeah, just do that because she's fucking hilarious and I feel lucky to get to collaborate with her on a regular basis doing this kind of video. So you have definitely seen the products by now, what might be picked to be talked about. So let's just get right into it. Okay, so the very first release up is this new buxom staycation vibes collection. So this collection includes the Extrovert eyeshadow palette that is $39. There are primer infused bronzers in 2 colors and then more of their plumping lip polishes. I've heard really fantastic things about their primer infused blushes. The bronzers don't look like they're not the colors that draw me in and doesn't seem like it would really work for a lot of people. I don't love their lip polish formula. And this eyeshadow palette, like, I feel like they tried, and that's saying something. But at the same time, it's still just like neutral with a pop of blue. Like I mean, it is actually more interesting than I think the more I look at it. I don't want it, I don't need it, but I'm seeing like brownish neutrals and kind of mauvish neutrals and a little bit of a corally pink tone and more of a burgundy and then like a yellow and then the deeper blue and it's either a lighter blue or a shimmer. Let me see. Just as a mint green, it's probably a matte. I tried. I actually don't know how well all these colors would work together. or maybe it's just so not for me that I'm just like, It is a cute little collection. I like giving some praise to like a small collection, a palette, a couple of bronzers, a couple of glosses in new colors. Is it for me? Nah. Is it neutral with a pop of blue? Yeah. That's the ticket. So, next up we have the Wet n Wild Fantasy Makers collection. This basically, Fantasy Makers is like the Halloween line from Wet n Wild. They usually come out with, at least in the last, I feel like I would say at least 5 years, but somebody else might correct me, but they've come out with like different lip colors or eyeliners or like face paints or face jewels, all those kinds of things. So it looks like now they've basically taken a lot of those products and put them together in like a permanent line that will be sold, I think, at Walmart. And it includes pigment palettes, which makes me think it's like not eye safe. I don't know what that means actually. Glosses, highlighters, gems, lipsticks, glitter gels, liquid eyeshadows, multi-sticks, liners, lashes, nail polish, all kinds of stuff. I think the pigment palettes are called that because I think some of them have pressed glitters. I think they're the little quads. Here's the thing. This is not for me. I have to think about this in this way. Like, so my brain says, oh, that really like cheapens the aesthetic of Wet n Wild. But I also have to remember that now there's like a whole other market that I'm not always considering, and that is teens, and like from like preteen kids to like high schoolers that kind of have that whole like we want to be at a festival but maybe we can't kind of thing. I do think this makes sense. Like it's not for me. I think it does look cheap, and I feel like it does look a little young. And I'm thinking of like the teens that are buying ColourPop right now. Would they be drawn to this? Or is this more of like people that don't really have Ulta accessible and are more of a Walmart shopper? Would they go crazy over this? Like, on one hand, I do think like, oh, it's very young feeling, but I also have to remember that like just because I liked some Wet n Wild products in my 30s doesn't mean that they were designed and marketed for a 30-year-old. So, you know, again, not for me. I kind of think it's cute, and I kind of think it's tacky, and it's just like kind of a shrug to me. Yeah, so that's that one. And it's pressed glitter and an eyeshadow palette. 3 in a row for it's just not for me. So this is from Haus Labs. They have lip glosses and lip pencils. I can't help but laugh. So these lip glosses, they are called Le Riot lip glosses. Now, just because you put le in front of a word does not make it special or French or something I want to buy. I don't know, there's something that's so like heartless about Haus Labs. That's what it feels like to me. It feels like a shell of like Gaga in a makeup line. And I'm probably projecting everything from their first, like from how they initially launched and all of that. Their packaging on their lip products does draw me in because I do like that ombre base and the shape on the top of the gloss, but I don't want it. And I applaud the odd lip color choices, but I'm also suspect of it. I'm like, how would those actually look on the lips? Particularly the blue. Well, and the purple too. And the gold. Yeah, it's not for me. These are also $18 lip glosses, and $16 lip liners. I will spend money on a lip gloss, but not on a House Labs one. Same for a lip pencil. I won't spend money on, generally speaking. They are things that I buy. If I buy them, which I haven't bought them in maybe years, at least a year, and I'll spend money on them, like drugstore all the way. So it's just not for me. Again, and it is yet another lip gloss. Oh, Knobbler. Do I say this about every Knobbler release? I probably do. I feel like, for me, Knobbler just keeps like, is it catfishing me? Is that what's going on? Because most likely, the packaging draws me in, which it has in this collection. So this is, it didn't even give you the basic details. This is a collection of palettes, lipsticks, and like multi-sticks. So they had originally had 2 6-pan palettes. I think they called them their cuties. They're cutie palettes. Yes, and so they've released 3 more colors. They have the cutie palette in Wild Berry, in Platinum, and in Metropolitan. Each palette is $24. They also have lipsticks that are cream finish, luminous finish cream texture. They're $16 each. And then the Cupid's Arrow Longwear Stylo is $18. It's a multi-use pencil. Again, with the pencils, not really my forte, like for an expensive purchase. The colors, I can't find them. Oh, I mean, the colors look okay, but they're all neutrals. It's like nude and 2 shades of brown. Makes sense because you could use it on your lips or your eyes. The lip colors are pretty, but they don't specifically draw me in. The eyeshadow palettes. The berry one. I wanted that, and then I very quickly didn't. That one is like just, if one of the 3 colors, the 2 middle colors in this one, if one of those was slightly more mid-tone, I think, or like even vibrant mid-tone, I actually think I would buy it. But when I look at the swatches, I see 2 pretty dark berries and a dark brown, and then the shimmery shades. It's just like the outside packaging, it's just like juicy, berry, beautiful, like patterned. It does something to me, but the actual colors don't. And same with the coral palette. That one actually makes me want to pick up the original coral cutie palette, because that coral palette has like a red in it, and it's just a little bit more juicy feeling. I don't know why I keep saying juicy. And I also don't know if they feel that special to the Knobbler collection. I do think the Metropolitan palette with the like cool tone shimmers, like I get that one. It's not for me, but I get it. And I guess I just wanted, I just wanted a little more with the other 2 palettes. And I'm sure you can do beautiful looks out of them. I know you can, because I've watched Angelica do some beautiful looks with them. But even for $24, which I also think is a good price, it's not for me. But if any of these color stories call to you, I think it could be worth it. Possibly. They're at Ulta, which also means you can wait for a sale, you can get points, all that stuff. We'll see. Also with the bullet lipsticks, those colors in particular don't like do it for me. I've heard good things about the like liquid style lipstick from Knobbler, but they're not dry down liquid lipsticks. They're like, they stay fluid. So I almost wish I had seen some fun or interesting colors in that line come out. Anyway, I'm being nitpicky. I also have a shit ton of eyeshadows, and I often find palettes to be frustrating because they don't quite hit the mark, and that makes me not want them. So That's my shit. But I do think I'm gonna call it a catfish, because the outside was like, oh, maybe. And then when I actually saw it, no. Oh, NARS. So next up we have NARS with new additions to the Orgasm family. So they have an Orgasm eyeshadow palette. Oh, it's a $52 quad. Okay, we're in Charlotte Tilbury luxury pricing there. Cool. We have the Orgasm X cheek palette for $42, which has an Orgasm highlighting powder, an Orgasm blush, and Orgasm X blush. And then the mini Orgasm eyeshadow palette, that's $25, but it looks like it has 6 shades in it. And an Orgasm X lip tint for $26. Why can't they let Orgasm die? That's what I don't understand. Here, okay, I don't understand NARS. How many versions of Orgasm and Pinky Nude blushes and Pinky Nude and Nudie Nude eyeshadows have they released? They can do, from what I've seen from pictures, they can do some interesting looking blushes, blush colors. But I feel like, besides the fact that so many of their releases are under the Orgasm name, I just feel like I could see a NARS release from 2-3 years ago and from today and not really know which one is which. And I would hope there would be progress in these brands, but not NARS. And I am obviously giving that the spot of a product or collab that will not fucking die. Okay, so here we have Essence doing a collection that doesn't look as cheap as Essence is. Is that just me? Maybe it's just my partial love of animal print. That wasn't planned, but it happened. Maybe it's my love of animal print, but that bronzer doesn't look that cheap. I mean, it doesn't look like a great color for multiple color. What am I trying to say? It doesn't look like a great color for multiple skin tones. What has gotten into me? This like actually looks not terrible. I don't know. It's a weird feeling being like, I mean, like Essence makes some nice stuff, but to see a styled photo and be like, oh, they actually did a pretty good job there. So this collection, it's their summer collection that has a body oil, a blush, an eyeshadow palette, 2 different matte bronzers, and a fan brush. I don't know what it is, but like the fan brush and the bronzer on the rock with the tan background looks like close to, maybe not luxury, but like a little fancy. Has the wine already hit me and like I'm going crazy? Let me know. I don't really dig Essence eye products, but their face products, their blushes have been really nice. So while I think these colors are not gonna work for a lot of people, don't hate it. Speaking of a terrible shade range, we have the Hello Happy. Oh wait. Oh. Well, I stand corrected. I was about to roast this stick foundation from Benefit, but I just realized Benefit got even less creative, and they're releasing a beauty sponge with the Benefit logo stamped into it. So we have the Hello Happy makeup sponge. We don't have a price yet, but you know, Benefit continues to release absolute uninventive garbage, so at least I'm not surprised. I'm 99.99999% sure it's going to be overpriced. So definitely not buying it. Don't have any interest. I do not have any interest in it. And it's a new beauty sponge. Woo fucking who. I got really drunk really quickly on this wine. So you're welcome. So next up is Tower 28. They have released a Bronzino Illuminating Cream Bronzer. It looks like it's in 2 colors. Yes, Best Coast and West Coast. They're both $20. I had never heard of Tower 28 until Britt Clark was like, I mean, sucking their dick. Yeah, a little bit. I love you, Britt, but like the way you rave about their cream blushes and now these cream bronzers, I enjoy because I love seeing people love a product, but it just cracks me up because I'm like, did they exist in the world before Britt Clark knew about them? At least in my world, they didn't. They're jelly glosses. I want one. I want to get one, but I don't have anything from them. These are cream bronzers. They look very, like, I can't tell if they have shimmer in them or not, but they do look very glossy, glowy on the skin from what I've seen from Britt. That's not my cup of tea for bronzers, but it's totally what's right in the market. And I know that their blushes get a lot of love again from Britt, so I wouldn't be surprised if they were doing a nice bronzer formula as well. But to be completely honest, my fat ass just wants fish every time I hear the word Bronzino, because there is a fish varietal out there, Branzino, I think is what it is. So it's not a food themed release, but when you're fat, you can kind of make anything a food themed release. And yes, I roast myself because I know people will roast me anyway. So there's no spot on the card for that one, but I'm gonna drink anyway because I'm making a fool of myself on the internet, so might as well do it while I'm drunk. Okay, so we have a sneak peek of the Dior Forever Foundation for their summer collection. They're doing this like Forever Summer Skin foundation that has a lightweight formula, gives a natural glow finish to your skin. 24 hours wear, healthy glow, fresh tint, heat proof and sweat proof. So here's the thing. I've never bought anything from Dior. It's a 1-2 punch of price point and non-cruelty free status. But damn, if I was easily succumbed to the marketing hype, those descriptions would have me sold. Here's the thing. I like lightweight coverage. I can't drink and talk at the same time. Duh, Emily. Here's the thing. I like lightweight coverage. I like a glowy finish these days. I like sweat proof. Damn. If we can ever get samples at Sephora again, ever, that's the top of my list, because once I read those descriptions, just like, oh, damn it. I like lightweight coverage. I don't like something so sheer that like I'd rather just spot conceal with concealer. But if it gives like a nice overall finish and a glow and it's actually sweat proof, I might be a Dior shopper. I'm not saying I will be. I'm saying I might one day in a dreamland where I have a lot of money to spend on sheer coverage foundation. I might. Anyway, yeah, that does sound nice if it's legit going to be that way. Otherwise, it might just be yet another foundation that we all forget about 2 months after the release because we've moved on to something else. Or I should say because foundation YouTube has moved on to something else. Considering I'm not a foundation person. So when we do these image polls for between Theresa and I tend to make an effort to go on to Indie Makeup Spotlight because I adore Amy and I like her indie makeup coverage, or the Indie Mood. But lately, Trend Mood has been featuring some indie brands. And sometimes I question it. This one, I don't know. And by question it, I mean I think it's an undisclosed sponsorship that Trend Mood and the brand are not disclosing. This, I don't know. It's totally possible it is that. It's also possible that it's not that. I don't know. Just trying to be as like honest as I can be, because like I've heard good things about the brand, so I'm like, oh, they did do an undisclosed sponsorship, but who fucking knows? Anyway, what I'm talking about is Nomad Cosmetics has this new Studio 54 collection. So they have a 4-pan, like a quad, they're calling Disco Shadows. They're $19. They're sheer multi-chrome disco shadows that can be used as an eyeshadow topper or buildable for more pigmented color and intense shimmer. They also have a disco lighter, which is a multi-chrome highlighter. Each one is $19. They have Hot Shot, which is pink, and then Disco Lights, which is gold. I really like seeing quads like this. This color story is not quite my color story, and I have not tried the Nomad formula. But I would say if you are turned off by the $7 to $8 plus price point for single shadows in these more special formulas, this $19 quad, and I know there are coupon codes or discount codes out there. I know that exists. This $19 quad might be a good way to dip your toes into it. I figured out pretty early on that I wasn't going to buy this because the colors seem a little bit more almost dulled down than what I love. The yellow is more gold. The green is more of like a steely green. The blue is more of that same steely kind of color family. So I decided pretty quickly that I didn't feel like it was for me. So I like to watch the reviews and just see what other people were saying. The brand, they have this tendency to call things multi-chromes that are not multi-chromes. So here's the thing. If it flips between two colors, but it's a really strong flip, but it's still just two colors, that is a duochrome. If you add glitter to that duochrome, it is just a glittery duochrome. A multi-chrome is 3 colors to me. It's at least shifting to 3 different colors. So I've noticed with Nomad that they tend to call things multi-chromes that are not multi-chromes. I don't know about the highlighters. I think that the eyeshadows probably are technically just duochromes. I don't know about the highlighters. And the reason I'm harping on this is because I consider it truly a multi-chrome. And I've hit bingo. And that's probably the earliest I have ever hit bingo. So I'm giving them the multi-chrome spot because that is how they're marketing. Right now, I'm trusting what they're saying as a brand and how they're marketing it, and I don't know, just what I'm doing. I'm not going to buy these. I would totally be interested in the highlighters, especially that peachy one, because on Amy, that looked really pretty. But I don't need it, so I'm not going to buy it. I think Nomad is another brand. I'm just waiting for the right release. I'm waiting for that right one to buy. And I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to continue to drink wine and probably edit this video. So if you see some fun editing tricks, you know why. If you see some sloppy editing, you also know why. Don't forget, if you haven't checked out Theresa, if you haven't watched her video in this collab, definitely go check it out. It will be linked in the description box along with her channel. Also in the description box, I have my Instagram and Twitter. I'm Nomnivorous on both of those channels. I have a Patreon. That is a wonderful, lovely place to support me just a little bit more in my beauty and food endeavors. I'm whispering weirdly. I'm feeling quite tipsy. So let's just call it that. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and follow along with my colorful shenanigans. I am not drunk in every video, just sometimes. I hope you're having a great day. Thank you for spending a bit of your day with me. I hope to see you again real soon. Bye, friends.